Why did the police fail to catch Jack the Ripper? In this video, we will cover this important question. GCSE History Paper 1 Crime and Punishment Section A Whitechapel. Let's talk about policing. Liz Stride and Catherine Eddowes were both murdered within hours of each other by Ripper on the 30th of September, 1888 in what came to be known as the double event. Before the double event, initial police methods included following up the conclusions from the coroner's reports and the evidence from post-mortems, also visiting lunatic asylums and creating soup kitchens for the poor to gain any information by winning their trust. They would follow up direct leads from the public, witness interviews, as well as indirect leads in newspaper reports, and any clues left on the victims. Growing public pressure after the double event led to an increase in police methods to catch the Ripper. These included questioning 2,000 lodging house residents, carrying out house-to-house searches, and seeking help from the Thames River Police to question sailors and soldiers. Distributing 80,000 leaflets, and nearby police divisions searched opium dens. More policemen were put on the street, bizarrely using disguises to go undercover by dressing as prostitutes. There were four main problems which helped to explain why the police failed to catch Jack the Ripper. Police and the media inspector Aberline and his CID team were assigned to assist H Division's investigation. Their task was made much harder by 300 letters sent to them or newspapers, by people claiming to be the Ripper. The Dear Boss letter was the most famous of these. Overall, there was heavy press interference, leading to the police wasting time following up unreliable stories. The lack of forensic techniques. Remember that the Met did not have the technology that we take for granted today. There would be no use of fingerprinting for another 12 years, no DNA evidence until the late 20th century. They were still not able to even detect the difference between animal and human blood, while crime scene photography was only just starting to be used. Police force rivalry. Met Chief Sir Charles Warren infamously destroyed evidence when he ordered the Jews are the men that will not be blamed for nothing graffiti to be washed off, fearing a backlash against the Jewish community. He may have also done it because it was inside the boundaries of the City of London police force, and he did not want them to catch the Ripper first. The Vigilance Committee was set up by local businessmen in reaction to the perceived incompetence of the police. They walked the streets nightly with planks of wood and whistles, and also offered a reward to catch the Ripper. However, some just wanted to damage the reputation of the police further. As a result of the failure to catch the Ripper, policing later improved. For example, Bertillon system was created, which involved the police combining physical measurements, photography, and record-keeping to identify repeat offenders. This was replaced by fingerprinting, but the Bertillon system is still used in some form today. By 1901, H Division got a telephone line. By 1909, the police were using bicycles. Policing also improved as the environment got better. The Houses of the Working Classes Act came about in 1890, which allowed for plans to replace slums with mass low-cost housing. And the Public Health Amendment Act also in 1890 granted more powers to local councils to improve sanitation. But all this still had limited impact. There were no more serial killings. However, murders continued throughout the 1890s as youths pretended to be Jack the Ripper. The early 1890s also saw more violence against prostitutes and increased burglaries.